Previously, they looted the place thoroughly. While dividing the spoils, Shuhei strategically took all the spirit stones because his mysterious artifact, the demon god cauldron, can consume them to provide rewards. Now he wants to test it. Now to the next chapter. Picking up right where we left off, we're back in the safe haven, the cave of our protagonist. He opens his jaw, which is impressively large, and just starts feeding top-grade spirit stones into the artifact. He swallows 5 of them in one go. That's an enormous amount of wealth consumed in seconds. He waits as the artifact hums, then goes quiet. Nothing happens, and Shuhei's expression falls as he wonders if 5 stones weren't enough after all that effort. Uncertain but determined, he adds 5 more, and this time the artifact bursts with blinding golden light, leaving him shocked by the sudden success. A massive beam of information shoots straight into his consciousness. He perceives a voice, ancient, powerful, completely imposing, declaring something about teaching him an ultimate dragon tribe art called Fish Dragon Myriad Transformations. Shuhei is extremely pleased. He's so satisfied he's practically radiating happiness. He's thinking that feeding spirit stones to this carved dragon rewards him with dragon arts. He just unlocked something incredibly valuable. But he also realizes he doesn't know how many top-grade stones he'll need next time. 10 probably won't be enough. The resource requirements are becoming clear. Suddenly, the scene shifts into his mind's eye. We see this majestic imagery, a golden carp swimming upstream, leaping towards a massive dragon gate. It's the legendary transformation story. The text appears around him explaining the skill. Mastering this movement art grants control over thousands of transformations. It's a lower-grade dragon tribe ultimate art. Now, lower grade might sound modest, but listen to these properties. Invisible to the naked eye, undetectable by spiritual sense. That's incredibly powerful. In a world where everyone uses detection to find enemies, being invisible to detection is an enormous advantage. He returns to normal awareness and he's thinking that he's only learned human 5-element spells before. He's never experienced a beast spell, let alone a dragon art. He's genuinely excited right now. The technique explains more details. High-speed shifting, unmatched in the same realm, break speed limits, create 1,000 phantoms, conceal the true body, create external avatars, alter appearance, transform into fish, myriad transformations, change at will. This isn't just a movement technique, it's a complete transformation system. Shuhei realizes the potential immediately. He understands this is the Fish Dragon Myriad Transformations, a 9-level demon art, and each level is more advanced than the last. And here's the part that makes him absolutely elated. At the final level, he can change into anything. He could even turn into a human. Yes, the ultimate goal. He doesn't have to remain in his current form forever. He envisions the world as a strategic board where all living things are pieces, and he's finally becoming a true player. We see this stunning visual of a golden dragon coiling around him, symbolizing his future potential. But then he remembers he has actual problems. He needs to hurry and practice before the snake catcher sect comes looking. Smart thinking. Always stay cautious. Speaking of the snake-catching sect, let's cut over to their headquarters, and the atmosphere is tense. It's nighttime, gloomy, perfect antagonistic setting. We're in the main hall, and it's packed. Hundreds of disciples are bowing down. A voice speaks out authoritatively. Everyone bows and greets someone called the Lord Envoy. We look up to see who they're bowing to. It's this masked figure with long brown hair, sitting on the throne with authority. This is the envoy from the Heavenly Puppet Sect. He looks down at them with clear superiority. He states that as cultivators of the Great Chin, they enjoy its protection. Classic power dynamics. He continues, declaring they must pay a tax of 100,000 spirit stones. The entire hall erupts in protest. People are shocked, calling it outrageous, saying they're being exploited. The elders are furious. They just got robbed by Shuhei, remember? They're low on resources. One person objects strongly. Another voice responds. It's the envoy talking back. He stands up menacingly, warning them that if they don't cooperate, he'll come collect every single day. He's pressuring them heavily. The snake-catching sect is strong, but against the Heavenly Puppet Sect, they're outmatched. Suddenly, a voice cuts through the noise. Everyone quiets down. The doors open. One figure walks in. The crowd looks back shocked, recognizing their senior brother. Some try to explain that the Heavenly Puppet Sect is being unreasonable. It's Yin Mingzi, the Grand Elder, the guy who was chasing Shuhei earlier. He looks tired, he looks stern, and he commands everyone to be quiet. He walks straight up to the envoy, ignoring his own disciples' complaints. He bows low, and then he says something that makes everyone shocked. He addresses the Lord Envoy and offers 300,000 spirit stones, asking him to accept them. Wait, what? Did he say 300,000? The tax was 100. The envoy is even confused, questioning this. The other elders are losing their composure. They protest that 300,000 is more than half their sect savings. They're worried about how they'll manage if they give that away, that they won't get compensated for years. The envoy narrows his eyes. He's suspicious, asking Yin Mingzi if he's requesting a favor. Yin Mingzi shakes his head. He looks humble. He explains that it's not that at all, that the Lord Envoy traveled a long way to get here, which must have been exhausting. This is just a small token of their appreciation and an apology for their poor hospitality earlier. He bows again, expressing hope that their sect will show them some leniency in the future. The envoy bursts out laughing, saying as expected of the Grand Elder, he really sees the big picture. He accepts the resources, saying he'll report this exactly as it is. He assures them they definitely won't make things difficult for their sect from now on. And just like that, the envoy leaves, probably thinking this was an excellent negotiation. The moment he's gone, the other elders surround Yin Mingzi. They demand to know why he did that. They protest that one of their lineages was wiped out, and Rock Snake City was just attacked by beasts. This is when they need spirit stones the most. They're furious. They think their leader has made a terrible decision. But Yin Mingzi turns around and his expression is serious. He looks at them like they're missing something obvious. He asks if they can't see it. Yin Mingzi starts his explanation, and this is where the theory develops. He starts connecting patterns. He points out that the snake demon uses 5-element spells and puppet arts, plus countless artifacts and pills. It's incredibly intelligent, and its cultivation is growing rapidly. Does anyone really think a wild snake could do all that? The elders pause, asking if their senior brother is saying someone is backing that snake. Yin Mingzi nods gravely. He explains that he only suspected it at first, but on his way back, he encountered the bounty hunter Han Te, who told him that Snake Demon actually knows position shift. The elders gasp. They note that position shift is a heavily guarded secret of the Heavenly Puppet Sect. In their entire sect, only direct disciples are allowed to learn it. Yin Mingzi continues, feeling like he's piecing together evidence. He reminds them that last year, on the official riverboat, what did Qin Xuanji say? He told them to ignore that snake and said he'd handle it himself. Yin Mingzi reflects bitterly on how ironic it looks in hindsight. He tells them to stop asking questions and do as he says. He reveals his theory. That snake demon is a weapon secretly raised by the Heavenly Puppet Sect, specifically meant to target them. He gave them 300,000 as protection payment just to show their stance and minimize losses. The other elders are stunned into silence. They process this logic, and they accept it. They acknowledge that he really put a lot of thought into this, that they were short-sighted. They're convinced. This is actually amusing. They think Shuhei is some secret weapon of a rival sect. They think he's part of a grand conspiracy. But in reality, we cut back to Shuhei in the river. He's just swimming, just a content snake swimming in the water. No conspiracy, no secret masters. Just someone who values resources and learned a powerful technique. He celebrates to himself that he finally mastered the first level of Fish Dragon Myriad transformations. He explains his progress. His movements finally have some structure now. Before, he was just relying on pure physical speed. Too bad the second level is much harder than the first. He moves through the water, creating ripples. He describes the second level. Break speed limits, create after images. The after image he barely manages to create only lasts for a single breath before fading. It'll probably take significant time to reach the 9th level. He sighs, but then his focus sharpens. He notes that at least he hasn't neglected his other arts. His tail starts to glow with a powerful golden light. This is the true Dragon 9 transformations. Second change, dragon bone. He whips his tail around. A massive explosion of water and force erupts. He slams his tail into the riverbed, and the impact is significant. It splits the water, cracks the earth, and sends a shockwave tearing through the forest. Trees are shaking. Rocks are pulverized. Shuhei looks at the destruction with satisfaction. He thinks a strike like this should be enough to seriously damage a late Foundation establishment cultivator. He's getting powerful. He's not just evasive anymore, he has serious offensive capability. He feels the power coursing through him and considers going to spar with Man Jin. Poor Man Jin. The elephant is probably just trying to relax, and now he's about to become a training partner for a dragon-enhanced snake.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and like. It really helps me out.